Yes, yes, yes. What is good, my people? Welcome back to Computer Music Academy's weekly homework podcast. I'm your host, Tashira Say. Thank you for watching and thank you for listening. Welcome to week 105 of the weekly homework assignment / podcast. Shout out to my man, RTO Beats, for that intro. We'll be, this is the last week we're going to use it and moving on to something else. Jeez, OP. I always do that. Always, it's weird. Before I finish that statement, being a voiceover artist, being the, I should say the instructor or leader of CMA and doing videos, but also being a voiceover artist, it's goofy because I actually do stupid things when I talk because I'm trying to enunciate and get the message across, and I do stupid things like add endings or plurals onto words that should not exist. It's dumb. Anyhow, we'll be using this for the last week and moving on to something else next week. What are we doing this week? Well, I wanted to change things up. As I normally say, do something fresh. Kind of switch up the pace of what we have been doing and basically just have a little fun. So there's all different types of music, from different countries, different cultures, different styles, whatever. You have multiple genres of music and popular music. But I think there's one genre, even though there's multiple subgenres, but there's one genre that everybody can agree on. And that is dance music. And the reason why I say that is because dance music is exactly what that is. It's dancing. It's about partying. It's about having fun. It's not about being serious. It's not about being accurate. It's not about being the best or anything like that. It's simply having fun. You go to a club, you go to a house party, you just, for the lack of a better term, you just turn up at a particular place, turn up the radio and turn up the energy, and you just have some fun. And I went to the people, I said, let's just have some fun this week. Let's do some dance music, and not necessarily electronic, techno, house, D&B or anything like that. Let's just do some dance music. Just overall, let's just have some damn fun. Let's pump up the jam and have some fun. And we actually have 7 submissions. It's funny how that works. Starting off with my man, AR Music. Let's go. Yes, yes, yes. That's what I'm talking about, man. Oh, this dude with the three different sections and basically like kind of different styles. Man, that was nice. Ooh. I enjoyed everything about that. And one thing I gotta give props on, mixed very well. Man, AR came through with the mixing on that. I mean, I heard every single instrument. It had its own spacing, it had its own placement, it had its own presence. That's what I'm talking about. And AR has been getting better and better. It's crazy because AR actually went to school for engineering and production and whatnot. And then he comes to CMA, and it seems like he's actually improved more through CMA, through participating, at least a couple of times a month in most cases. And he has just grown so much over the last, ooh, AR has been here, what, a year now? Yeah. Because he came in not too long after Nocturnal. So yeah, I think they came out like a couple weeks apart or something like that. So yeah, just seeing what he's done in that time frame. Jeez. Very, very nice, my man. I really enjoyed that. I love the energy. I love the sounds you picked. I loved everything about it. It's that simple. Let me not just ramble on. But that was very, very nice, my man. Excellent submission. All right, moving on to a gentleman we haven't heard from in a little while, but he is back in the fold, and I'm very eager to hear this track. Ladies and gentlemen, representing Amsterdam, my man, Black Monk. Wow. Okay. Okay. Young Monk over there handling business. Okay. I did like that. I like that a lot. I like the I kind of a misdirection that he had because it came in as like, I guess you would say kind of like a hip hop or I'll just say an urban type beat, and then it actually kicked in to somewhat of the 404 on the floor kind of club format. It switched to a different pattern, and I enjoyed it thoroughly. I really, really did that. I like the sounds he selected. I like the patterns and the sequencing in this joint because he had kind of two main instruments going back and forth competing like a synth, and one was like almost an organ kind of thing. and they were panned and they were kind of fighting, but they weren't on top of each other. They were going back and forth, alternating, which was very, very cool. I really appreciated that aspect of it. I like the drums and the placement and the sequencing of the drums and the selection of the drums. Very nice. Had some nice reverb on that, like that stick clap kind of sound. Very nice. Nice reverb on that. Everything about the track was very dope. And I'm very happy to see my man finally participating again. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Black Monk. Excellent submission, my man. All right, moving on to it, gentlemen. I've been wanting to hear this one because he hit me up. I think it was either Thursday or Friday we were talking. And he was like, man, I don't know. And I'm like, dude, don't worry about it. Don't worry about trying to lock down anybody else's style or doing what everybody else does. Just have some fun with it. It's that simple. So now I'm happy to present my man, RTO Beats. Let's go.
Drop that. Drop that.
Oh my. Ooh, man. RTO. That's what I'm talking about. Now, do you get why I do this? Do you understand why we go through so many different styles of music, concepts, restrictions, or whatever the situation may be, to bring something out of people that they may not have known that was there? It's that simple, because I'm just going to assume RTO has never really took a stab at this. I'm just assuming that. And you see what he did. He brings it on the hip hop tracks. He can do West Coast. He did East Coast a few weeks back. He can actually do just about anything that we're beginning to see. This dude brings it. This track right here, oh my. Dare I say it? Put the stamp on it. That is officially RTO's best track. Not to say that any of his other tracks were weak, not by a long shot, but this right here is exactly what I'm talking about, dude. I love the different patterns and styles that he brought to this particular one. I love the instruments that he chose. I love the sequencing. I love the mixing, the overall format. Everything about this joint is on point. And I'm so glad that he went the way he went. I don't know if it was after or because of our conversation, but it definitely looks like he just dropped everything, any conceptions or whatever it was that he was having ahead of time. And it looks like he just said, screw it, I'm about to have some fun. And look what this dude has produced. Woo! Excellent job. And this podcast has been going so far, man, especially with the multiple styles, in one track. Yeesh, you guys are killing it so far. Thank you, RTO. All right, another one I'm very interested in because this dude seems to do everything. Every challenge we put in front of him, he just like, all right, cool, no problem. He just comes back and kills it. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for DJ Nocturnal. Man. Like I just said, we put anything in front of Nocturnal. All right. I like that. One thing that really annoys me is when somebody comes back, and it wasn't this time, but it hasn't been too often. Let me be honest. But when somebody, I send out an assignment and somebody says something like, "Oh, this is limiting," or "Oh, I don't know about this." It's like, dude, you haven't even tried it. You don't even know if you can do it. If I send out the assignment at 5 o'clock and you hit me back at 6 saying, "Man, I don't know about this one," then I know for a fact you haven't tried it. You haven't even put in the effort. You just have whatever you've built up in your mind that you're not prepared for this, that you're not ready for this, or that you're unable to do it. And it's funny how in those situations, that's normally when we get a great show, a ridiculous amount of people that come through and participate. It's happened every time somebody has done something like that. It's funny how that works. But if you don't actually try it, if you don't actually open your mind and your possibilities, you have no idea what you can do. And that's why I really like Locke, because Locke has missed maybe 2 assignments. I'm just guessing. In the year and something he's been here, and he's come through and he's participated. He's done so many different styles, so many different assignments, and he kills it 98, 99% of the time. He absolutely kills it. Excellent job, my man. I love the kind of the grinding synth kind of bass that drove this particular track. That's one thing. I'm not a huge fan of constant stuff unless I will say constant elements in a particular song, unless it's like this, where it's this, that synth and that bass that were kind of layered. They drove the track, and that's totally fine because everything else around that particular element changed as it should. So I really, 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 really appreciate what he did with this particular track. He didn't put a ridiculous amount of emphasis on making sure that the kick stood out or the snare or other elements. What really drove the track was that synth and that bass that was layered, and everything else, as I said, just was around that, was built around that, and moved around that particular element. Excellent selection of instruments, excellent choice of putting the sequences together and the way the thing moved and the filtering, and even had a riser in there. I think that was around the 105, somewhere in that area where it kicked in. Excellent job, my man. Way to kill it as you normally do, my man. All right, moving on to a gentleman that I wasn't sure I was going to hear from on this particular one, but I'm happy that he did show up. My man, Taurus Beats. Let's go. Yes, yes. Ooh, Taurus. Mm. Oh, yes. You know what I really appreciate about this track is I don't know if you remember an assignment we did last year called Up and Down. Um, and what the whole purpose of that particular assignment was is if you're normally in the same tempo range, like for instance, I'm normally a 90 to upper 90s. My beats are literally between like 92 and like 98 on average. And the whole point of this particular assignment was to take you out of that. And if you're normally below 100, you had to create a song above 100. And if you are normally above 100, you had to come below. And I don't think Taurus participated in that one, but we got him. We got him because in this particular one, he definitely went a lot faster than he normally does. And I'm again not dissing at all, not at all, because Taurus makes excellent music. This definitely he makes, as I've said plenty of times on his website taurusbeats.com. His tagline for his music is mood music. Music for a particular mood, and it's normally really laid back and chill. In some cases, it's kind of like victorious, but it's normally around the same pace. I'm gonna guess like lower 90s, if I'm not mistaken. But this case, he definitely went above. He definitely hit, I'm gonna say like a 120, maybe, around in that area. Definitely up pace, uplifting. He's still doing what Taurus does, but it's on a much faster pace, a more upbeat Taurus beat, so to speak. And I really appreciate what he did with it, because he did what he does. He just brought it up a little bit in tempo, and it still feels and sounds really good. It fits perfect with the rest of this podcast so far, with all the other submissions, doing exactly what he does. And he normally sticks to, he has a realm. And again, this is definitely not a diss. He has a realm that he normally stays within, as far as like his feel and his tone of his music, especially the sounds that he uses, because he customizes, especially like his drums. He created all of his own drums, and he kind of sticks to those. But to actually hear, some of those same elements with a couple of others, and now it's on a totally different BPM. Very, very, very cool to see that happen. It is. I look forward to actually seeing this make it on the website, because he actually, and it's a couple of other people, actually take all of his submissions and he makes it available for purchase on his website. So excellent job there, my man. But excellent job with this particular beat. And this is submission. Way to see you back up in here, my man. Got to get you back in here more often. Let's go. All right. Bringing it back up to Detroit. Yes, yes, yes. Another one that I'm very, very interested in hearing. My man, Mr. Wallace. Let's go.
Boring.
Yes. Mr. Wallace keeping it very, very close to home, I would say, in many ways with that track. Very nice, sir. I'm gonna refer to his submission when he sent it in and the message that he left. I don't always dance, but when I do, I listen to Kraftwerk. So yeah, that was where that boing boom chop came from. And dude, it's so funny because let me step off for a second and go over here. I didn't even realize I actually knew who Kraftwerk was until Stephen G pointed out. And matter of fact, where the hell is Stephen G? Are you serious? We got a dance music assignment and Stephen G is nowhere to be found? Where the hell is Stephen G, the master? Are you freaking joking me, dude? Come on, man. Come on, dude. Anyhow, yeah, I remember, and Stephen G actually pointed that out to me one of our early assignments. I think that was in year one. And I went back and I actually did some research. I was like, wait a minute, I know all of these songs. I didn't realize that was Kraftwerk because, back in like the 80s, there was no YouTube, MTV. I didn't have cable until like the late 80s kind of thing, So, and you would hear that kind of stuff just like passing by on the radio. And a lot of times they never announced who it was. You just kind of had to be in the know, and of course I wasn't old enough to go to clubs and stuff like that. So I've said all of that to bring it up to here. I really enjoy Kraftwerk, and to see Mr. Wallace actually use that one sample in this particular track was very, very cool. I really liked what he did with it. I'm going to go to earlier in the week where I actually saw him post on Facebook. He's like, so yeah, this week's assignment is dance music. Wish me luck. And then that where it comes, then it comes to his statement, I don't always dance, but when I do. Really, really enjoyed this track. Very dope. And I say he kept it close to home because it definitely has a feel of Detroit electronic dance music. It really does have those elements in there, as well as some like Euro dance, definitely with the Kraftwerk kind of thing. But I think it was around the 150, if I'm not mistaken, where it began changing into a totally different song. Yeah, very nice. Again, excellent choice of instruments, great sequencing, great pacing. Everything has its own space and its own time, its own presence. That's what I'm talking about. Very, very, very happy that you decided to participate in this one, dude. Jeez, OP. Excellent job, my man. And now, moving on to the finale. Oh yeah, I'm ready for this. I'm prepared. Ladies and gentlemen, Sho-Nuff.
Don't really know how I got here, but I've lost my way. Or I'm halfway to the
Oh boy. Closing out week number 105 of the weekly homework assignment / podcast. Sho-Nuff. Clowning out as only Sho-Nuff can and will do. You can't be serious. Actually, you are very serious. So, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to present the first, at least to our knowledge, the first country house music track. And there's a story behind this. He actually describes, he just got to playing around with guitar licks and whatnot. And Sho, he's just like pretty much everybody who who participates on a regular basis. Sho can do damn near everything. Actually, he and a couple of other cats can do everything and do it great and do it effectively. But he was saying that he had went and he was just kind of playing around with some guitar licks, just trying to figure some things out. And that's when the whole country music thing came up. He was just playing around and he just started building it. But as the song progressed, he's just like, what the hell are you doing, dude? You're not a country music artist. But then, and this is the important part, then he asked himself, does it sound good? Are you having fun? That's the most important part. And that's why I said what I said a few submissions ago. This is not about, okay, let me go here. Let me make this statement by going here. The thing that pisses me off about people who email me or tweet me or leave messages on the CMA, social network. Yeah, man, do you teach how to make hip hop beats? It's like, no, I don't teach how to make hip hop beats. Not in particular. That's what I do. And that's not what CMA is all about. It's about music in general. And as you see, if you listen to the podcast, you see we cover a little bit of everything. That's what it's all about. It's more about versatility than it is I'm just going to make one type of music. And when people ask me that and I tell them that and then they don't respond or they like, well, how about this and how about that? It's like, screw you. This is what we do. This is the formula that we have established, and it's not going to change for one person. If you just want to make one particular type of beat, I'm not even just talking about a genre. If you want to make just one type of hip hop beat or just one type of R&B or just one type of dance or whatever the situation may be, if you just want to stick to this small box and put yourself into it, keep your ass away from CMA. I don't want you here. It's that simple. I don't want your money. I don't want you here because you're going to be miserable. You're not going to participate in the assignments. You're going to badmouth everything we do. You're going to have something bad to say, and I don't want your negative energy here because we make music. We have fun, and we're on a mission to make better music, not just for ourselves, for the world and the music game in general. That being said, Sho is actually having fun. Wallace, Taurus, Locke, RTO, Black Monk, AR Music, shout out to all of them who participated this week. You can tell they're all having fun putting this music together. If you ever go watch like behind the scenes or making of the beat, that kind of thing where people are actually making their tracks, just look for one thing. Do they look all serious? They look like they're having a horrible time? Or are they having fun? Are they over there losing their minds and head just going all kind of crazy places and they just, their body language is like, whoo, yeah, this is nasty. Whatever the beat may be, It may actually be a horrible beat. It may be whack, but are you having fun making it at least? That's what it's all about. Creating, being versatile, having a broad outlook on music, and most importantly, having some damn fun. That's what it's all about. And if you're not willing to do that, keep your ass away from CMA. I don't want you here. We don't want you here. But if that's what you are interested in doing, come on over to computermusicacademy.com and join us. It's that simple. Thank you to everybody that participated. Thank you to everybody that watched and listened. Please like our videos if you enjoy them. If you like them, that actually brings them up and the people actually get seen. If you share them, that actually gets them seen, and we can actually do what we're out to do, and that's make better music. I'm done preaching for the week. You enjoy the rest of your week, and I will talk to you next time. See ya.